Well, Angel Reese had her a double-double last night. That's right. Oh, once again, this proves that Angel Reese's double-doubles does not equate to victories. Never have.
Angel Reese notched another double-double last night, minus 13 points and 12 rebounds, but once again, it didn't translate to a win. In fact, it hardly mattered. The Chicago Sky were thoroughly dismantled by an injury-depleted Los Angeles Sparks team in what turned into another blowout loss. It begs the question, what's the value of putting up solid stats when your team gets steamrolled? Ask Angel Reese and the Sky, who somehow made her respectable numbers feel entirely irrelevant.
I know everybody think I'm about to clown and I'm about to roast. This ain't even funny no more. The Chicago Sky just lost to the Los Angeles Sparks by a score of 91-78. And let's be serious here. Y'all lost to a Los Angeles Sparks team that are playing without 2 starters.
The Chicago Sky have stumbled out of the gate, starting the season 0-3. With their last win feeling like a distant memory all the way back in early September of last year, while the Sky struggle to score and find any rhythm. Teams like the Indiana Fever are at least putting up a fight against top-tier opponents.
One could say it, generally speaking, always leads to losses. And she got, for lack of a better way of putting it, cooked, rotisseried, grilled, baked, fried. I mean, however you want to go. Sauteed by Kelsey Plum last night against the LA Spark.
If watching Angel Reese and the Sky continue to fall apart gives you a laugh, drop a baby giraffe in the comments. Let's go. You know what really gets me? Angel Reese dropped another double-double, 13 points and 12 rebounds against the Los Angeles Sparks. And somehow her fans are acting like that's something to celebrate.
It's ugly, and I don't know that it's going to improve. All right? I don't. So let's jump over here before we get to the highlight that's getting Angel Reese absolutely destroyed right now online on social media.
Newsflash, the Chicago Sky got demolished 91-78 by a team missing 2 starters. Those numbers might look decent at a glance. But let's take a closer look. Reese went 5 for 11 from the field. That's 45%. Sounds average, right? Except most of those attempts were right under the basket and she still couldn't convert. She missed layup after layup in one of the most frustrating offensive displays you'll see this season.
2 starters. The Chicago Sky, listen, man. Y'all the worst team in the league, bro. Like, let's just stop playing games. This ain't even no, oh, let's be funny. I'm not even joking. I'm not smiling. I don't have a single joke for you. The Chicago Sky is trash.
And let's be honest, 3 of those 5 makes came from her own offensive rebounds. She wasn't creating offense, she was cleaning up her own mess and calling it production. This team is now 0-3. Their last win way back in early September of last year. And it's not like they're facing super teams. They just lost to an injury-riddled Spark squad. Meanwhile, teams like the Indiana Fever are out here competing with championship-level opponents.
About the meme. I'm not even going to call them a basketball team right now. I'm going to call them a meme that is Chicago Sky, because it's actually getting ridiculous. It's getting absolutely ridiculous, lads.
The Sky. They can't buy a bucket. And now we get to the lowlight that's got Angel Reese trending for all the wrong reasons. Kelsey Plum turned her into a full-blown meme. Plum, a 5 feet 8 inches guard, cooked the 6'4" Reese off the dribble for an easy layup. Then, with the smoothest disrespect of the season, she hit her with the too small gesture. That's right, Plum flexed on her literally and figuratively. The internet exploded. Fans were floored. One wrote, *, cooked that fraud. Another said, *, Angel, have some shame, sister. *, and let's not pretend this was some isolated bad night. In a previous game against New York, Reese went 0 for 8 from the field. She's made just 1 3-pointer all season. This is a pattern, not just a slump. Her offensive game is limited, and the eye test is matching the numbers. Yet somehow the double-doubles keep getting hyped like they're carrying this team. They're not. And it gets worse. Her teammates looked visibly frustrated. During one sequence, they were calling for the ball right here. Right here. But Reese forced up a bad shot instead of making the simple pass. That's not leadership. That's tunnel vision. This team isn't just losing. They're getting embarrassed. They're being out-hustled, out-coached, and flat out outplayed. And Reese's box score stats, they're starting to look like participation trophies. Hollow numbers in blowout losses. One source even called it a worthless double-double. Hard to argue. She exposed every defensive weakness the Sky have. And she did it with the confidence of someone who's actually been to the mountaintop. The bottom line, the Chicago Sky aren't just struggling, they're the worst team in the league right now. That's not a joke. It's not hyperbole. It's reality. And unless something drastic changes, we're in for a long, painful season. Reese shot just 5 for 11 to 45%, almost all from point-blank range. She missed layup after layup, and 3 of her 5 made shots came off her own offensive rebounds. So let's be real. She was cleaning up her own bricks and calling it production. Let's not ignore the meme-worthy moment that made this game legendary. Kelsey Plum blowing by Reese for an easy layup. Then hitting her with the too small. Gesture, disrespectful. Absolutely. But also accurate. Even the WNBA's official social media jumped in on the moment, posting the clip and turning it into instant highlight history. The Sparks' own account doubled down, proudly celebrating Plum's dominance, and she earned it. Plum didn't just embarrass Angel Reese, she lit up Chicago's entire defensive scheme. She dropped 28 points on 9 of -18 shooting, hit 6 threes, and dished out 8 assists. This was a masterclass in veteran play. Crisp decision-making, smart reads, perfect shot selection. And she did it asterisk after taking an elbow. To the nose mid-game, asterisk. That's toughness. That's leadership. Meanwhile, Chicago's defensive rotations were a mess. Every time they helped, Plum found the open spot. Anytime they stayed home, she beat her defender. It was surgical. The crowd in LA loved every second of it. And what about Angel Reese? Her effort was inconsistent, her defense questionable, and her offense inefficient. Let's be honest, she doesn't play defense anymore. Azora Stevens, Kelsey Plum, they all feasted. Chicago looked like they'd never practiced a defensive rotation in their lives. And it's not just this one game. Reese went 0 for 8 against New York earlier this season. She's made 1 3-pointer all year. Asterisk. The trend is obvious. She's not the player people think she is, at least not yet. Let's be brutally honest here. Angel Reese is the best player on the worst team in the league. And she's not good enough to be the best player on even a decent team. That's not hate. That's just facts. Chicago is now 0-3 to start the season. They haven't won a game since September 8, 2024, 8 straight losses, asterisk, dating back to last year. That's not a slump. That's a franchise in crisis. And while the Sky are out here falling apart, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever nearly upset the defending champion New York Liberty. Clark had 18 points, 10 assists, and 5 rebounds in a 2-point loss. That came down to the final possession. That's real competition. That's playing against elite talent and not backing down. Let's not overlook what Fever head coach Stephanie White said after the game. She called out the officiating and a 31 free throw discrepancy over the past few games. She didn't deflect. She fought for her team. That's a coach holding people accountable, not spinning excuses or throwing players under the bus. Meanwhile, in Chicago, it's chaos. The rotations are a mess. The players look disconnected. Nobody's playing defense. And coaching. Tyler Marsh. Where did y'all find this guy? Gillig. His system looks broken. You're starting Kia Nurse. And you traded away the 3 overall pick Sonia Citron for Ariel Atkins, who's taking 4 shots a game. What are we doing? This team has no identity, no direction, no effort. Fans are calling them a joke. Opponents are laughing during warm-ups, and honestly, they're not wrong. Other teams now circle Chicago on the schedule as a guaranteed win. They're the league's punching bag. They've turned losing into an art form. The worst part? Their upcoming schedule is brutal. Based on current trends, they might not win a game until late June, if at all. Some analysts are wondering if they'll even hit 5 wins this season. Kelsey Plum cooked Angel Reese in front of the whole league, then hit her with 2 small, and it wasn't just disrespect. It was a statement. She proved what experience, skill, and real leadership looked like, and Angel Reese, for all the hype, looked lost. And here's the sad truth. If Caitlin Clark had the kind of games Reese has been having, missing layups, padding stats in blowouts, the outrage would be nonstop. We'd be hearing about it on every show, every podcast, every post. But with Reese, there's still this protection, narrative armor. It's time to face reality. The Chicago Sky are a mess. Angel Reese's numbers are fool's gold, and this franchise is spiraling fast. Unless something changes, and I mean drastically, this team